Welcome back to the channel where we dive into a rich tapestry of Rastafari life and teachings. I studied off of Benjamin and William Yarden of the lojsociety. Today we're going to address the common issues, the misunderstanding of Rastafari symbols. These symbols carry deep spiritual and cultural significance, but they are really often misinterpreted or misrepresented. So let's take the next 5 to 10 minutes to clarify the true meanings. So let's get to it. We're going to do the dreadlock. The dreadlocks um, is one of the most visible symbols of Rastafari. The dreadlocks or the locks, many people see dreadlocks as a fashion statement or a rebellious act. However, Rastafari dreadlocks are a symbol of the covenant. I used to have long dreads. I had for so many, but it's about the heart. It's really not about the locks, but some use the symbol as the locks of the covenant with God or Jah or the source. They represent the line of Judah. The line has the dreads, the line has the hair. It signifies a connection to the divine strength and growing them to go deal with Babylon, going through the system and whatnot. And it's a natural order. The dreadlocks are a spiritual expression of Rastafari belief in living natural and rejecting Babylon, which symbolize the oppressive Western system. Let's get to the line of Judah. The line of Judah is another powerful symbol, often misunderstood. It's either biblical, or we can go back to the Judah, what it really means, and another time. While and sometimes it seems merely as a representation of the strength and courage of Rastafari, it holds much deeper meaning. The line of Judah represents Haile Selassie or Haile Selassie, or Rastafari. We believe in, well, some Rastafaris believe in the reincarnation of the Christ and the rightful ruler of the African people or melanated people. It symbolizes a resistance against the oppression and the hope for liberation and unity for all people of the melanated people. The colors of the flag, it represents, it used to be red on top, gold and green, right? And now it's green, yellow, or gold and green. Next, we have the color red, gold, and green. These colors are often associated with reggae music, Jamaican culture, but in America we use it too, the Rastafari flag or Ethiopian flag. But there's a significance goes beyond ethnicity in the Rastafari symbolism. The red represents the blood of the martyrs and the struggle of the Rastafari community. The gold symbolizes the wealth and the prosperity of, Africa. The green stands for the lush vegetation of Ethiopia, the promised land in the Rastafari belief. These colors are reminded or a reminder of the Rastafari connection to Africa and their ongoing struggle for freedom and justice. You know what I mean? So they changed the flag back to the star and whatnot with the bird on it, whatnot. But ganja or cannabis, ganja is a bird, but really we call it herb or cannabosis. And perhaps one of the most misunderstood symbols in the cannabis, many people view it as Rastafari merely is a recognition. However, Rastafari uses the herb as a sacred or sacramented or sacrament in religious or just any kind of ritual. I don't smoke, but I used to smoke, but when some Rastas don't even smoke. is believed to open the mind, you know what I mean, to bring people closer to the Most High Spirit, enhances the meditation, spiritual awareness. The use of the herb is deeply rooted in the biblical texts. You can go to my Amazon and get my book, Healing of the Nation. It breaks down every culture that was using the herb, which Rastafari interprets as endorsers is using spiritual purposes. Another herb, if it's steamed, yeah, I think it's perfect to smoke if it's steamed. When you put the fire to the paper, you smoke the paper, and you're getting a lighter fluid, whatnot. Queen Nabingi, the Nabingi drumming, the Nabingi drumming, that's the order that I was in, the Nabingi. They have many mansions in Rastafari, but it really has to be united to one. Our chanting often proceeds simply as a musical performance. In reality, they are profound spiritual practices. The drumming and chanting are used to praise the source or Jah, communicated with the divine, and build a community among Rastafari. These rituals are named after the Queen Nabingi, a legendary African woman warrior who fought against colonial oppression. Thus, they also symbolize the resistance and the fight for liberation. The misrepresentation in the media is really, unfortunately, many of these symbols are often misrepresented in popular media, like the dreadlocks are portrayed as a fashion trend. That's one reason why I cut the dreads off, because I don't want to be in a fashion trend and get associated with other ones, you know what I mean? So, like the ganja as a drug for recreational use. You know what I mean? So now ganja has been legalized for recreational use, but after many years, Rasta has always tried to promote herb as medicine or spiritual beliefs. And the line of Judah is reduced to a mere image of strength. These portrayals stripped away in deep spiritual and cultural meanings. These symbols hold for the Rastafari symbols are often seen as used as a popular culture, but their true meanings are frequently misunderstood or oversimplified. In this video, we'll dive into the significance of these symbols, shedding light on what they truly represent in the Rastafari faith. Understanding these symbols is essential not just for appreciating Rastafari culture, but also for representing the spiritual and cultural identity of the Rastafari community or the Rastafari movement. It's important to understand these symbols. Like the symbols of Rastafari culture are not really decorated to elements or trendy. There are profound expressions of the faith, resistance, and identity. What symbol carries a deep spiritual significance, connecting Rastafari to their heritage, their beliefs, and their seen sense of self, you understand? Um, for instance, the dreadlocks are not just a hairstyle, but it's a spiritually committed or commitment, reflecting the covenant of Jah and rejecting the Babylon system, you understand? So growing the locks is not because they didn't have combs back then, so they went natural, just letting it do what you do. The colors red, gold, and green, or green, golden, and red are not just vibrant hues, but a powerful reminder of the struggles and hope of the natural beauty of the East. The use of herb, ganja, cannabis, whatnot, it's not about recreational use, but a sacred ritual that brings one closer to the divine source, by understanding these symbols, we're not only gaining insight into the Rastafari way of life, but also foster a deeper respect for the culture that is often um, misrepresented or misinterpretation. or stereotypes that can lead to culture appreciation, and the loss of the true essence of the symbols. It's important to recognize and honor the meanings that these symbols hold for Rastafari. So ensuring that we approach them with the respect and the reverence and the reverence of what they deserve. Because Rastafari symbols are rich with spiritual, cultural, and historical significance. However, they are often misunderstood, like I said, or misrepresented, especially in popular culture and the media. This challenge stems for a lack of awareness and education about the true meaning behind these symbols, leading to a superficial or inaccurate interpretation of Rastafari. You know, it's been hard living in the West trying to get this going because Rastafari in the West is very different. For example, the dreadlocks are frequently seen as a fashion statement, like I said before, or a symbol of rebellion by Rastafari culture, but it represents a deep spiritual covenant with Jah. You know what I mean? That's embodying the commitment to living naturally. And similar to the use of the herb is often viewed through a lens of recreational drug use, whereas for Rastafari it's a sacred herb and used in the practice and the rituals to enhance spiritual awareness. I'm trying to get this to you and connect to the divine source. I'm going over this so you understand this whole Rastafarian symbols. The impact of the misinterpretation of these symbols of Rastafari are like at the cultural level, they can contribute to a trivialization and commodification of Rastafari symbols, stripping them of their true meanings and reducing them to a more artistic or entertainment elements. This can lead to a cultural appreciation where the elements of the Rastafari culture is being, well, I'm gonna explain this to you as Rastafari culture is being borrowed and used out in a context, often without respect or understanding. You know what I mean? Just like this cross. This is a symbol. This is the Coptic, the Tahawadro, the Orthodox, the true cross, not the cross that the Christians use, Western world use on a social level. These are misconceptions and stereotypes and stigmatized Rastafari. For instance, the association of dreadlocks, ganja with negative stereotypes can lead to discrimination, and individuals who embrace these symbols as a part of their faith. You know what I mean? So misunderstanding the significance of these symbols can also hinder the genuine culture of Rastafari, exchange the mutual respect between the communities of Rastafari and other social groups. You understand? Like, for instance, furthermore, the spiritual impact on the Rastafari community cannot be overstated. When their symbols is misinterpreted or misrepresented, it can feel like an erase of their identity and beliefs. You know what I mean? So it undermines the sacredness of their practices and can be deeply hurtful to those who hold these symbols dear, like the Line of Judah. You know what I mean? Like the line of Judah is a central symbol in Rastafari. It's like the flag of Rastafari, like I told you, represent Haile Selassie. This whole picture right here shows you what it really is. You know what I mean? I got the picture of the Emperor of Ethiopia, whom Rastafari, revere as their eternal Messiah and a divine figure. The line symbols lies is the strength, courage, the kingship, drawing biblical reference in the book of Revelation, where Jesus Christ is referred to as the Lion of the tribe of Judah. You understand? So that's what ones have to understand, the triple crown. This is the triple crown. You can see Haile Selassie wearing the triple crown. The triple crown is worn by the lion is known as the Ethiopian imperial crown. It's a triple crown. He's the only king that has it. The crown, this gives you, it signifies the divinity or the divinely ordained authority by Haile Selassie. Each three of these layers of the crown represent different aspects of the emperor's rule. You understand? I hope you understand this, because a lot of people don't know about the flag. The surveying crown symbolizes the political leadership and governance over the people. You know what I mean? It's the triple crown. The central crown, or is also represented as a spiritual leadership of the emperor's role as a defender of the faith. You understand? The extra list. The feudal crown signifies the traditional and cultural heritage of Ethiopia. Together, the triple crown represents the comprehensive authority and divine legitimacy of Haile Selassie as a ruler. That's why they took this flag off. This is the real flag. That's why they took the line off the flag of Ethiopia. See the staff? The staff with the cross. The staff held by the lion, often topped with the cross, is symbols of the emperor's righteous rule and divine guidance. The cross represents Christianity, reflecting Ethiopia's long history as a Christian nation and Rastafari belief in the divinity of Haile Selassie. The staff, see the staff? The staff itself signifies leadership and the guidance of the people. You understand? It's a deep flag. Got the triple crown, the staff. I broke these down, the colors of the flag. You know what I mean? These three colors behind the throne of David, these colors make the rainbow. Rastafari typically incorporates these colors, red, gold, and green, or green, gold, and red, each holding a significant meaning. Like I told you, earth, wealth, and the bloodshed. You understand? That's the real meaning of this flag, or what Rastafari symbols. In the red, the blood, gold is the wealth, like I told you, and the green stands for the vegetation of the earth of Ethiopia in the land of Rastafari. These are some real studies that I'm giving you. These colors are a consistent reminder of the connection to Rastafari. You know what I mean? The heritage of just the struggle of Rastafari, you know what I mean? Of the freedom and justice in this flag. That's why we represent the flag, for the freedom and justice. I'm going to do the conclusion of this whole video, right? In the conclusion, the line with the triple crown and the staff of Rastafari flag is a powerful emblem of faith, heritage, and divine order. It symbolizes Haile Selassie as the Lion of Judah, the divinely ordained ruler and the spiritual leader of the Rastafari movement or the Rastafari liberty. Understanding these symbols helps us appreciate the depth of the Rastafarian belief and their profound culture signifies or the significance of this culture. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this explanation and enlightening, please like, share, subscribe for more insights into the Rastafari natural life and teachings. Stay blessed and let's continue to spread the understanding and the respect of Rastafari. Thank you. I give thanks for everyone that come out, all my subscribers. God bless.